What's up? Welcome to this patch overview. So I'm gonna walk you through everything that's new for Hearthstone Battlegrounds. We got 2 new heroes, 2 new units, and 1 unit is dead. So it's gonna be very interesting. I'm gonna not just show you everything that's new, but also give my own feedback on how strong I think these things are gonna be in the current meta, and maybe predict the meta myself and give everything a rating. So stick around, hope you enjoy it. Of course, if you enjoy it, please take a second to like the video, it helps me out a lot. And you know, if you want to sketch more updates or more guides in the future, then if you're not subscribed already, gently press that subscribe button. Alright, let's get into it. So patch 19.4 is going to release on the 21st of January. I'm making this video on the 20th and it's going to hopefully come online on the 20th. So tomorrow we're going to get it. Watch out for that. The first new hero that we got is Tickatus. Every 4 turns discover a Dark Moon prize. This is interesting. Very hard to evaluate because prizes right now are strong, but mainly because they help heroes with their hero power. Like with Elise, she can use the prizes to her advantage. She can power level with the gold and the extra tempo she's given from the spell. And then she can hit on the house and power level again to tier 6 without big repercussion. Like mainly prizes are now help heroes that have a good curve or that can use the good tempo. If you only have spells, I'm not sure how this is gonna do. Double spells are probably gonna be good because he can just use the momentum. We're in a greedy meta right now, so he can use the extra gold and tempo to level up and join all these power level heroes right now that are in the meta, and play greedy basically. But if the spells rotate in a month, this guy's still gonna be around and he's still gonna get spells, but he has no other hero power, and then I think it's not gonna be that good. Because if you compare it, a spell on tier 4, let's say it picks 2 coins, then why not play a Lich Baziel who can get many more coins? Or if he takes on the house, then why just not take Elise? So every spell is basically just a worse version of a hero power that you could have. I think the biggest upside is the flexibility. Like this guy can do whatever. If it's a greedy meta, if he needs tempo, if he needs whatever he needs, you can kind of get it, but it just doesn't compare to normal hero powers. But right now in this meta, for as long as spells are in, getting double spells I think is really good. I'm gonna give him 4 points for this meta, but I think if his spells rotate, I'm gonna give him a 2 because I don't think he's gonna be that impactful with just getting spells. Greybough, Greybough? I don't know how to pronounce it. He gives every unit that you summon during combat +1, +2 and taunt. So it's a tempo hero, but it's a very interesting one, so let's talk about it. So tempo heroes right now are bad. It's like Yogg and Kaltas, and they used to be super good, some of the strongest heroes in the game, because with early tempo you're strong and you can level up. But this is the first meta that that's not the case, or maybe not the first, but one of the very few metas that tempo heroes suck, and greedy heroes like Reno and Omu and Maiev are super good because you just level and get early 6s and 5s. In this kind of meta, this guy's gonna suck, obviously. But in the future, he might be good. Now, I think his tempo is worse compared to, let's say, Yogg or Kaltas, because Kaltas gets +2/+2 every 3 buys. Yogg gets, well, it only costs 2 gold for a unit and gets +1/+1. Well, this guy needs to roll specifically stuff early with death rattles that summon stuff, so you're kind of dependent on what Bob gives you, and even then it's only +1/+2, and taunt is not very relevant in the early game. Now, mid game you could build some cool compositions with him, like a taunt comp with Karaji, I think it's called, and the other guy that gives taunts +3 attack when they're attacked. So you could do like a taunt build, but again, it doesn't scale. It's very strong mid game, doesn't go into the late game. Jugglers comes to mind because you give every demon that, well, summons from your taunts taunt, like the imp from the imprisoner and stuff like that, and the new card that we're gonna see in a little bit. But it's still, no, it's good, it's bad. What Captain pointed out in my Discord though is Jungbot comp. Very interesting because like, you have a lot of max with death rattles, but usually like you just have 1/1s on the board, or your eggs, Mechano Eggs summon on the board. But now they protect your board longer. So it's very interesting that you can now have like a full board of like taunted eggs or taunted whatever and put menaces on it. And every time they die, they summon more taunts that are max. Maybe Jungbot can get enough value now to be, I'm just bringing my hopes up, but Jungbot is actually like something you can consider now, maybe with his hero. Maybe I'm just talking shit, but other than that, it's just good that it protects your board. So I think about Jugglers and about Jungbot and Max, but those are not good comps. I just think he's not gonna be good. The tempo is just worse than other heroes. I'm gonna give him a 2, and I think after spells rotate, he's gonna be still a 2. And now the new units, we got Soul Devourer. I think it's pronounced like that. A tier 3 demon with 3 attack and 3 health. Battlecry, choose a friendly demon, remove it to gain its stats and 3 gold. So I'll also mention the unit that is gone is Floating Watcher. Rest in peace, Floating Watcher. Demons lost their main scaling, like they got Weaver still, but Watcher was like the buddy. Without Watcher, you didn't have that additional like growth. Now this guy is growth, but it's so weird. This is, I think, one of the most interesting units that we got in a while. So I'm gonna talk about it, and feel free to join the discussion below. But it's essentially, you can compare it to Gambler, because Gambler is also a 3/3 for 3 gold that sells for 3. This gives you 3 gold, it's a 3/3, but it stays on the board if you have a demon. So you can look at this unit in multiple ways. First of all, if you look at it in demon comp, I think it's worse than Watcher, because you had Weavers, then Watcher, and then every demon you play, you just scale up. Now, that doesn't happen anymore. You gotta roll this guy exactly to scale. Every time you roll this guy, it's only +3/+3, so you gotta keep rolling this guy in order to scale up your board, which is not consistent, I would say. What I do think is very interesting about this unit is it's just a good tempo unit. Like, if you usually when you go Menagerie, you just like set up a dragon, a beast. Now you always want to make sure you have a demon. I think from tomorrow on, everyone is gonna have an Imprisoner or a random demon on the board. Now it's even good to pick Homunculus, because you can literally get free stats that way. If you don't have a demon on the board and roll this guy, you'll be sad, because you're literally just missing out on 0 gold +3/+3. I feel like everyone is just gonna have at least one demon on the board and then just pick Soul Devourers, and then just they eat each other, and you get free stats to, well, get free tempo. And if you get lucky, you maybe get like +12/+12 stats out of nowhere, which is, if you compare this to a Hungry Dragon, you pay 3 gold for a 4/4 that sometimes gets +2/+2. You pay 0 gold for +3/+3. So that's what I think is very interesting about this guy. You can also pair game him and then triple, but again, that seems, going just for demons with this seems really bad. So I think it's a good tempo unit that fits into Menagerie. One thing I'm scared of though is that our level heroes like Elise can also use this. So heroes that are generally weak when leveling quickly or stuff like that, they can get stats for free now. So they can level up while getting tempo on the board, if they get lucky, of course. They gotta get this in their shop. But still, I'm a bit scared that it's gonna help the wrong heroes a bit too much in the current meta. I really want to see what happens if more nerfs come through and when the spells get released. So this guy, really interesting. I don't think, like, I think they made demons worse by removing Watcher. I don't know why, because demons were not that good anyway. But instead of demons being just like one tribe you focus on, it could be like a subcategory in your Menagerie or whatever you're doing with your board. Soul Devourer, I'm gonna give a 4. Seems pretty good. And the last unit, Ring Matron, is a tier 4 demon with 6 attack and 4 health, taunt, deferral, summon 2/3/2 imp. So this works with the hero that we saw, you know, you give them taunt. First thing that comes to mind is jugglers, but jugglers are trash, so I don't get this unit. Like, why do we need this? Like, we got rid of a demon, we put another demon in. I guess you got rid of a demon on tier 4, so another tier 4 demon, but this one is so bad. It's good tempo, I guess. If you compare it to High Main is a 6/5 that summons 2/2. This is a 6/4 that summons 2/3/2s. It's a little bit better tempo because it also has taunt, so it protects your board. Why do we need this in our life? That makes no sense. Yeah, I guess it's there. It's a tempo pick, but that's about it. Ring Matron, I'll give it a 2 because it's good tempo. And now I'm going to do a short meta prediction, thinking about how the meta is going to evolve now and about a month when the spells are gone. So right now, if you want to know everything about the meta, I'll talk in depth about it in my podcast, Yapode, but basically it is very greedy. Like I mentioned before, power level, tempo is dead. And I think the Soul Devourer might make that a little bit more, like, harder for tempo heroes to come back, because everyone literally has free tempo now. I don't think the new heroes help either. The other hero is just gonna be, I think, too weak right now. And Tickatus, well, he's gonna be pretty okay, I think, but I don't think he's gonna be meta breaking yet. Although I'm really scared of Soul Devourer. I think it's actually gonna break the meta a little bit. I think it's gonna change the game a lot in a good way though. I kind of like it, but in the same time it's very high rolling. If you don't roll a single soul guy while you have a demon on the board, it kind of sucks. And maybe there's one guy that rolls like 3 of them in one turn, and he's gonna get so many insane stats for literally no gold. He can still level in the same turn, right? Like, that's a little bit something I'm scared of, but overall I like the concept a lot. I don't like that they removed Floating Watcher, but whatever. I don't get why they didn't address the issues though. Why they did not address Elise, why they did not address Omu. They're so annoying to play against. The meta, and Khadgar. I don't want to get into Khadgar again, but I think those are things they should have prioritized first before prioritizing demons, for example. But yeah, that's everything I had to say. So thanks again for watching. I hope you're gonna have fun with the patch, and again, if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe and like the video, all that stuff. Good luck on the battlegrounds, and I'll catch you later. Adios.